Apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus Garage.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. It is your Tuesday night sports ticket. Just an invitation to all things going on in the city and in sports. The Starter Hemi text line, 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing, hit us up. We're on the stream, so you know that if you If you want to see what's going on, you can jump over Facebook, YouTube, X. Go check it out. If you haven't downloaded the Ticket app, do so, because as you may have heard, we have some things in the works that will be beneficial for you to have the Ticket app.
You can even vote on it. Follow the Twitter account, 93.7 Tickets Twitter account. I know Alex has been putting stuff out there, putting some polls out. What do you guys want to listen to? So if you guys want your own say, you can always follow us on 93.7 Ticket as well on X, and we'll put that stuff out there. Let people decide what we broadcast every now and then.
Yeah, it's the thing, right? That if you want information, and sometimes it's not just going to be the simple information. Here's what's on what you hear in your car. You may want to hear something else that we're presenting. Sometimes it's a ball game. Sometimes it's a high school ball game. It may be some of the other content that we're providing. Maybe nonprofits, mentoring, health, dietary, fitness. It could be any range of things. It could be, I don't know, the Lincoln Stars. It could be.
I'm excited for the Stars again.
Yeah,
USHL is fun. I realized that coming down to Lincoln, it's fun. I love it.
Well, here's what the intention was they should have a Lincoln flagship, and we can't make people, like, if you want to go and broadcast your game on outside markets, or if you want to do it on a rock and roll station or a country music station, okay. But if you're doing professional sports business, or you're doing high school sports, why wouldn't you want somebody that can talk about you all day, every day, and not just when it's convenient to the station?
Mm-hmm.
When it's convenient. I mean, look, Rocky Russo now has a full understanding. He's had his own show for 3 years.
It's
3 or 4.
He was at the old studio.
3 or 4,
yeah.
Right. He started at the old studio. And to get to know Rocky, right, which is the big thing, is that you want your fans to have access to the people behind the logo. The people, you want them to know the coach, right? It's easier to root for the coach if you know the coach. It's easier to root for the players if you know the players. And it also gives an opportunity to say thank you to the billet families and the fan base, the fanatics who show up, the folks that fill the ice box. Also, it's a mutual meeting place for fans of the same things. And if you like hockey, it's nice to know that there are other hockey fans in the area that can have these conversations with you, appreciate you. So when you see the Lincoln Star on a jersey or a sweater or a hat or a hoodie, you know that you're not by yourself. Lincoln High School Sports, the ability for us to multi-stream now allows us going forward to do some things that we hadn't been able to do. So again, regular programming, but that through new advancement, that we can now carry more girls high school sports. We can do more with youth league sports. Allows us to move into the space of travel baseball. It allows us to move in the space of big time events, boxing events. The next event. Listen, not for nothing, but Tommy Arciaga. The next time you want to run it, now I understand the pay-per-view value, but if you give people more exposure to a thing, and this is what I've been trying to explain to people. Pay-per-view money versus, if you paid attention to what the UFC and the WWE have figured out, that pay-per-view money is good money. Getting more fans is better money. Giving people more access to your good stuff is more money. They will charge you less because there'll be more people who you give access to. And you start to go, well, no, wait a minute. These are my people. Like, I know the athletes, I know the coaches, I know the story behind it. I know why this bout matters or this competition. So you have to give people access to it. And
those guys are figuring it out.
Right?
Massive move for the UFC.
Well, I mean, WWE, where you're walking in big boy water. Like, this is the deep end of the pool, and you're comfortable in it. Like, you belong in it.
One of the bigger fish in the pool.
Well, I mean, that's just it, right? To understand that what we figured out along the way with the supernovas, right? Not necessarily a space that we had been recognized in or a space that people thought of us in. But when you find out that not only can we do the flagship thing, then we can cover it and deliver it and announce it, broadcast it, and support it, and then help you make more money from it by highlighting the people and the stories. Well, that's what we're doing. And, the complex, I mean, if you've got a local fight card, you know what? Ticket 2 might be a thing. It might be your thing. You have these jamborees and these 3-on-3 tournaments. That might be a thing.
Like, honestly, if I'm driving home and I'm like, who's Clyde Johnson beating up right now? I'm going to listen to the Clyde Johnson fight up at the complex on my way home. Like, that'd be awesome.
If you give people things to consume, and we figured that out with Netflix, we figured it out with Amazon Prime Video, we figured it out with Hulu, that the more you give people access to, the more they will consume. Like that's just our nature. And in this space, giving access to, a lot of times people tune out what you do and what you offer because you don't make it easy for them to get to it. Well, we're going to change that, and that's a big part of it with the NFL coming. It's here Thursday.
Yeah. Cowboys, Eagles.
And but this is where we kind of landed is we're trying to figure out what the priority of the station should be for its fan base, for our fan base. And I can say our fan base. That if we, as the wall behind me says, Lincoln's real sports talk, that if we're going to be Lincoln based and Lincoln focused, that the things that matter to Lincoln should matter to us most. And while convenient to jump outside of that and to cover sports in general, because sports in general ultimately will end up in Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Right. We understand that the way baseball is being played nationally will end up in Lincoln. We see it at the Little League World Series. We see that at the College World Series. We see it in Omaha. We see that ultimately it'll get to Nebraska. What's going on in sports and NIL, ultimately it will get to Nebraska. Some of it starts in Nebraska, and we have to be the voice of reason from proximity. They keep saying to people, no, here's what's really going on in Lincoln. Here's what's really going on in Nebraska. I know what you think is going on in Nebraska and Lincoln, but hey, here's what's really happening. And to tell the story consistently is what we're offering. So I hadn't even looked at the poll, so I guess I need to look at the poll. And see
Poll's been interesting. I've been a little bit, and for all the Royals fans who, a little bit unfortunate for them because they're probably, the Royals fans probably listening to Royals right now on the airwaves. So, but you guys need some work on the voting. You want to get your Royals there, unless it's changed, but I'm pretty sure they were in dead last, which surprised me a little bit.
Well, you have to, we have to ask, and then
ask again, because right now there is a Royals game going on. So,
well, but when I had the original conversation, the Royals went on.
Yeah, that's true.
The Royals weren't on for at 12 noon.
What is number one right now then? NFL or local high school sports?
Let's see here. And then I got to make sure that they.
When I looked at this, sample size wasn't terribly small when I looked at it, given it's not.
Well, this is the part, right? That if you don't vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're not, well, people didn't see it, so you didn't share it, which is the other thing. It has to be shared in order for it to.
So right now, high school football is leading at about 45%. And this is the tweet for everybody who wants to follow, just 93.7 the ticket. We want to know which game should we play over the airwaves Friday night? And the options are Southeast versus Southwest high school football, Royals versus Twins MLB, Chiefs versus Chargers NFL. And right now, Lincoln's sports. That's what's winning. Everyone's voting for high school football.
Here's the thing. People have the opportunity to vote. We give that space to it. And if folks aren't telling us, then you get what we give you.
Yeah, and there's still 20 hours to vote. I think the polls have 24 hours.
Hey, here's the thing, that it's the Royals on Friday, all the same time. Royals, Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest, or KC and the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
So KC Chiefs and the Chargers.
Shout out to high school football for battling not only the Royals but the Kansas City Chiefs as well.
Well, but that's small. That's the small town.
It definitely is. I'm surprised by it. Still, I am. I'm impressed.
You know, I mean, and there'll be some times where we have to ask different questions. But so Saturday, while the Huskers are playing, now we'll do the pre and post game show, and it'll get all the full attention and all the streams. But from 6:30 until end of game, the opportunity is either to carry the Royals, or we can carry Michigan and Oklahoma. And there are some contractual issues, right? Streaming issues. The one thing about the NFL is the NFL says, tell you what, if you're going to put us on the terrestrial, because that's their real, that's the real difference maker, that if you're going to broadcast games on the brick and mortar, the terrestrial radio, then we will give you permission to also stream said broadcast. And so Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, when we broadcast Westwood One's NFL, night football,
right,
we can also put those on the stream, which is a different thing but also that we also can air the local programming that happens at the same time. So if you want to get the streams, like you want to get the Ricky Simmons show, you just hop on the app and you can do that. Now, there are times that if we decided, let's say Ricky can't make it, we can stream NFL Sunday night because that's the agreement. Then also the ability to StreamYard and do some side projects with high school sports and Lincoln Stars, but on Ticket 2, because the agreement would be with the Stars, and they have a different set of contractual boundaries and disciplines that have to be followed. But if they get clearance from the league that they're in, we will commit to streaming all Lincoln Stars games on Ticket 2, which means that you need the app, you need to follow on social media, because on the app there'll be a button that says, if you want Lincoln Stars, click, listen here. But it will also that we will have separate streams that say on X, Facebook, Instagram, hey, the Ticket 2 is live with Lincoln Stars. And you can click it and listen.
The Ticket and the Ticket 2.
Yeah.
One app,
2 different buttons.
This will be fun.
2 different buttons.
Yeah, get the Ticket app. I love this time of year, DP. I'm getting excited.
2 different buttons. And then we're also working with them. And interestingly enough, and again, we're waiting for clearance from the league. But
number one organization, though. So I think Stars, hopefully, knock on wood, got some leeway.
Well, the league has to think of everybody. And so it has some agreements to folks with Flow Hockey contractually. And I don't know how long the contract was and what the boundaries are. But I asked them to ask the question, ask Flow Hockey, what about the video stream? Because one camera with the play-by-play, the local play-by-play video audio call, play-by-play call. If you sync them, then on some nights, again with permission, I'd like to put it on Allo Channel 961 and on YouTube and on Facebook. I'd like to do that. So find out if you can do it, and then if you can't do it live, well, here's my thing. Let's say it's a 7:00 puck drop. When the game ends, what if we run it after the game where there's no live conflict?
Seems like a good extra promotion right there.
Well, again, you get in the car, right? You get in the car, you get to see yourself on the stream. You get to see what you just watched or what you may have missed, because you could have been at a Lincoln High School football game, and then you get in the car and, what happened with the Stars? Well, I can hear it and I can see it, and you can jump online and look at it anyway. But the idea that you can imagine on 961, hey, we're going to take you to earlier action. Yeah, we're working. We're efforting, as they say. We are efforting, giving as many options. And again, I think their first regular season games ends of September.
I think that's maybe preseason. Let me double check.
Preseason is earlier in the month, but I think there's 2 or 1 regular season, maybe end last one game in September that's a regular season game. But once we get to October, then we don't have the Royals conflict.
Mm-hmm.
We won't have the Royals baseball conflict. So we can prioritize the Stars if they allow.
And you're right. It is September 20th. 2 preseason games with can you guess which team they're going to preseason?
USA. And,
Omaha Lancers every time. It's always the Omaha Lancers.
Well, that'll be interesting this year.
It will be.
They have some extra sauce in the soup. You lose your play-by-play guy, people talk to you about it. It's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? You got to look at each other different. You may send a check or 2.
Lancers, we talked about it last year. You want some drama.
What is the
Lancers
drama?
Last year.
What is the drama?
I mean, I think they fired their coach before they even got out of preseason. And he coached, and then
Is it a real rivalry in what we were, right?
It just hasn't lived up to it. I mean, Omaha Lancers last year, just the amount of, they just, it's kind of felt like what Nebraska's been a little bit like, it's not working. Fire, hire. We'll just keep rolling the dice because eventually that works, right? And it just still hasn't.
Never does.
Never
does. Is that a real?
But then I look at Florida State, who just got a bunch of new players, coordinators, and then they pop off versus Bama.
Well, I want to try to understand the relationship. I'll call it a relationship. I won't call it a rivalry. The relationship between Omaha and Lincoln.
I think the USHL just loves playing them against each other a lot. It's impossible to like each other after that point. I mean, they play each other so much every single season.
What franchise has the greater history?
Stars.
We know that the Stars have been better of late, or at least last year.
I can look at, maybe let me double check. Let me maybe not count the Lancers out too quick. Maybe they have an epic run in the past I'm not familiar with.
Well, this is trying to understand it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
it was a lot more competitive a while back, but I want to say the Stars were typically always more dominant throughout history.
So here's the question: Do Lincolnites travel to Omaha when the Stars play the Lancers?
Do Lincolnites travel to Omaha?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think they do. I know they do. What the numbers are, I think it kind of depends on how good are the Stars. Like last year, I think you're going to see some Omaha fans come out, like just living in Omaha that are Stars fans.
Does Omaha come down here?
No, not
here.
Since I've got to Lincoln, no. But Omaha's just never been,
And then here's a legitimate question for you. Rate the Icebox experience as a fan. What was the last time you were at the Icebox?
I went to last year I went to the last regular season game before the playoffs. I would, for USHL, for what it is, honestly, I give the place like an 8. That's what you're looking for. I mean,
your fan experience is,
it's fun. I mean, you have $2 beer night. They have the popcorn. You got teddy bear night. Speakers are fun. They have the cool Stars drop down there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for tickets, that's maybe costing me. Shout out to Joel Norman before, who always spotted some tickets. But I think even if you buy them, what, 5, 10,
we will have
$15
tickets this year.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal deal. And then you go there, especially if you got like a big family. Yeah, go get there, cheap food. It's great. I give it like an 8, easy 8.
I didn't know that at the end. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
You got a VIP section as well, which I gotta check out.
But I didn't know. I was hanging out when I was the honorary captain, so I got to puck drop, and I stayed because I wanted to see the Rocky Russo post, the coach speak, coach talk, whatever thing is that happens immediately following. They do it down towards that end of the ice, and fans get to gather around, and Russo and his play-by-play director will sit there and they'll talk to the fans and answer questions, etc. But I decided to hang out when I just see what's causing all this, right? And it's pretty good group. Like it's full. That end of the ice is full. People hanging out. But then as I start to walk around, right, and I'm gonna leave, but I'm just circling the ice to kind of see what the vibe in the building is. And then there's a moment when the movement has kind of stopped. For the people who are down at the coach talk, they're still there. But for everybody else, the folks who are emptying out have emptied out, and the people who are still hanging, and there are substantial people who are hanging because you finish your beer, right? And if it's $2 beer night, you get two more beers, and it's cheaper than you drinking at home or at a bar in the Haymarket. So let's get it in. While standing by the front door, there's an area off to the left, and if I'm standing in the front door, but at the main doors, but I'm facing the ice. There's an area off to the left in that main area. The store, the Star store, would be directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady walks up, and she has this box, or these two boxes. And in the two boxes, there are hot dogs and hamburgers. So whatever was cooked and left over at the end of whenever they stopped selling.
Stop talking. This is the info that I need, not
right.
anybody else right now.
Right. Like I didn't know. Like I didn't know.
Did they know who you were? Maybe that has something to do with it. Like,
but they weren't just for me though. Like this was people who were, gathering around. You had a couple of birthday parties. They were hanging out.
They're just handing them out.
Group of 8. Yeah, they're just handing them out.
What have I been doing where I just missed that every time?
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
And then, so, I'm watching, like, what's going on? Like, what do you, and it is a weird human thing to, like, do you take the free hot dog? Do I know you like that? Like, do you trust?
Every time, yeah. If you're eating a dog, you've already committed to some atrocities.
Well, and that's just straight off the grill.
Uh-huh.
I don't know when these were taken off the little rotator. Like, I don't know when. I don't know.
Well, that's why.
I don't know.
You have 4 Busch Lights, and you do know.
You kill it. You kill the bugs.
You got a lot more courage.
You kill
too.
the alcohol kills. Yeah, the alcohol kills whatever's bad in the hot dog. Like, those are the rules if you don't make them. All right, we'll go to break. When we come back, we'll finish this because there's the part two. The part two of it is what to do next, and I have to explain that to folks. It is 93.7 The Ticket.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. 402-464-5685 if you want to be a part of what we're doing. Again, you can, we were running a poll asking what we should air Friday. And the choices were Lincoln High School football, the KC Royals, and the Minnesota Twins, or the KC Chiefs versus the LA Chargers. So you have an opportunity to put that in, and then you could also vote on Saturdays if you just want to go off the cuff and just let us know. It's Michigan and Oklahoma,
that's going to be a good game,
or Royals Twins. Right.
I know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
College football. Give me Michigan, Oklahoma. That's intriguing.
Well, I mean, and it's during the Husker game. Mm-hmm. So if you're multitasking, or as most people tend to be, and then somebody asked us if we would just stay live and do like a simulcast. You're not doing a call. You're not doing play-by-play. Well, you're not doing play-by-play, but we absolutely can sit here and talk about, the game without doing play-by-play.
Yes.
We're allowed to talk about the game.
That we can.
We're 100% allowed to talk about.
We can't just say Dylan Rail dropping back in the pocket,
Well, no, you can tell the play after the play. You can
Do anything but call the game live.
Yeah, just do not,
do not call the game.
Well,
we
went through that. We went through that in the Husker basketball post game. Well, remember it went into overtime.
Oh yeah,
and we went live thinking it wasn't going to go to overtime, but we were already live, so we couldn't get out. And then you have to make sure that you're not doing play-by-play.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell the story of the game, and so that would be another poll. Is you would think most people that care, and maybe the numbers would be bigger during road games where everybody's not at Memorial Stadium.
Oh, even like a halftime show.
Well, I
don't know if that's a big enough window.
Yeah, but if you were doing halftime, you might as well do the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well do the whole game, right? And we know for a fact that there are listeners who are watching the Huskers who text us during the game.
Yeah, I mean,
always. There has never, in all of my time since I've been in Lincoln, not once have I been at the studio or online during a Husker game and not had people text in about the game. And if we were live, I'm positive we get more. You'd have more people because people were complaining and people were, making prognostications and people were doing more complaining. And so we could do that. We did it something similar a year ago.
We did for the spring game.
Nick,
I think you and I.
Well, no, Nick and Jay went to somebody's garage last year.
Yeah, that's right. They did.
And they did one, and I had to keep reminding those guys, do not do play-by-play. Like you have to keep reminding people because it there's some natural flow to it.
All right.
But if it were this Saturday, or maybe like 3 Fridays from now. So when they play Minnesota on Friday on the road,
mm-hmm.
maybe that's a
night game as well.
Right?
I think
Friday night simulcast. Where we're doing that. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do it. And
I watch the game here 90% of the time, anyways. So
right. So just talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Right, like us talking, just sitting here, giving the people a place to hang out and talk. Possibility.
That's a lot of them.
And I'm waiting. So we're carrying Westwood One college football and Compass Media college football. So both. And in some cases, we just went with Westwood One because they carry more of what they both carry. But when they carry different things, sometimes you have to make a decision. But on September 20th, and we still don't have an answer yet, by the way. September 20th, we agreed to carry the game that CBS Radio was offering, Westwood One. That game is Nebraska-Michigan. It's Nebraska and Michigan. Now, it will not be Nebraska's play-by-play. It'll be the national call. And because it's a sellout, there's no geofencing on it. They can't black us out. Or at least we asked if, and they haven't responded. So here's the thing. It's kind of where Harrison, you kind of go, I think we'll find out when everybody else will find out when we find out.
Or I'm up.
Like we'll hit the switch, on September 20th.
Yeah.
And
I kick off.
If it goes live, we throw confetti. If it doesn't go live, then we'll do something else. But we've asked, so hopefully we will find out before then.
I think it's a great idea.
But I would, just like last week, we took great pride in broadcasting from Memorial Stadium.
It was awesome. Shout out to everyone who's getting up there up on the main
up on the big
Jumbotron.
screen. And,
I don't know. I had people
on the
texting
big
me
screen,
being like,
and well, your voice is piping through.
It's cool
through Memorial Stadium through the loudspeakers.
Shout out to the fans for helping it happen too.
Right, and student body was fantastic. But it was hearing yourself.
It's cool.
And then they carried the full pregame show. So it's us doing our pregame show, except for we're doing the pregame show for all the students who were in the stadium.
And everybody, the numbers were great. People missed football, so everyone got to see it. And on top of everyone at
pretty cool. But that was the first time that, to my knowledge, we had broadcasted live from Memorial Stadium.
Since I've been alive, I'm sure that's true.
Right?
Born in 99. Someone can text line 402-464-5685, but I don't think the ticket's
been live from,
not like that.
Like not from inside the stadium.
Yeah, not, Nick doing an interview live inside Memorial Stadium,
Right,
but live broadcasting
live
to everyone,
broadcast.
for everyone in Memorial.
And literally, we were the show.
Uh-huh.
We were the show. But what I also thought about was when I saw the schedule, September 20th, Nebraska versus Michigan. That's going to be the game that we offer you. And I thought, Nebraska football's never been on the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska football, a Nebraska football game has never been on the ticket. So we have to make this happen. We have to make this happen. This has to happen. This has to happen. Listen, do you understand how unbearable we're going to be?
I already know.
Right? Because we would have access to all of the radio calls for clips and otherwise for the first time ever.
That's such a nice privilege. I don't think people understand how nice it is to have the actual real footage.
Imagine that. And
To
so
share so much.
Oh, listen. And I had the moment. So again, I've owned the station for one NFL season, right? For one NFL season. So here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not two. No, maybe one.
I'm not
that I can think of.
Yeah.
Well, but one where we had rights to NFL broadcasts because we were doing the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
We did the Broncos and the Vikings, maybe.
I don't think it was the Vikings. It might have been Broncos back to back.
Broncos, yeah. So to get the national, get the big games, and then I look at the schedule. I look at the schedule. Now, again, I'm a DC kid at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Orange. Looking at this schedule last night, I don't know why it didn't hit me the way that it. I didn't know why it didn't hit me like this before.
Talking NFL schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull it up.
So, week 1, opening day.
Mm-hmm.
So the opening day Sunday. This Sunday. On this radio station. If I said to 10-year-old me, 20-year-old me, 30-year-old me, 40-year-old me, 50-year-old me, 60-year-old me, hey, your radio station is going to air Washington live on air.
But they're going to be the Commanders.
Well, I don't care.
I know you don't care.
I don't care.
It just cracks
that
me up.
the Washington Commanders will be on the ticket.
Will the Bears?
Yes.
That's awesome. It is cool.
Right? Like, listen, the poor black kid in me still exists. Right? And so proximity to the organization, when I got proximity to the organization, it was life-changing. It was surreal to be hanging out with the Art Monks and Joe Theismanns and John Riggins. And, it was like, this isn't real. Is this real life? Owning your own station, not real life. Surreal. Like on a regular basis, again, sitting at the stadium last Thursday. Watching your little station on the big screen at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, I think sometimes people would be surprised by the team.
Right?
Not 50 staff, even in terms of like people that not talent. I think talent in their own ballpark, and rightfully so. They're the talent for a reason. But shout out to Austin Orman and everybody else that does a lot of great work around here and keeps the place running.
Just up there on the big screen, just up there hanging out. And that the first game of the NFL season Sunday will be the Washington Commanders and New York Giants. And then next Thursday.
What is the next
Thursday?
There's your Commanders Packers. Okay, I'll root for the Commanders in that one.
Right?
That's one I'll be happy to root for. It is cool. I think when I first got to Lincoln, I wasn't working as an intern. I used to still listen to you guys all the time when I was working for CIP. I think you only had the Bulls. It was like the only other team you guys had.
They offered us the Nuggets. The Nuggets were offered again this year.
Nuggets are fun.
But they want terrestrial.
I'm selfish. I would love that.
Well,
I don't know if we'd have enough people though.
I don't think it would matter. Because the NBA, it's not only who you're playing, but it's not who you are, but it's also who you're playing.
Yeah, that is true.
We were offered the Lakers.
But like as much as I love my Chicago Bulls, I remember listening to them just getting rocked every single night. And I was listening and I kept listening, but
tough. Like we were offered the Avalanche and the Nuggets.
The
right.
Lakers are big. I mean, Lakers, it's so hard. I don't want to.
But what
you have to.
Celtics?
Almost.
Who would?
There's probably more Lakers fans than anybody else in the state. Still,
is that who we should pick? Because we can target. And to tell you how proud I am, the fact that I did not accept an offer to be a Washington Commanders flagship station.
I would have been so upset.
Like we would be one of the franchise stations. We would carry the Commanders every week.
People would be back
every week,
pulled up in the Lincoln.
Every week.
What the hell are the DC Commanders always playing at like all
always.
these opposing teams coming on Saturday?
Always.
Of course, Lincoln, the DC affiliate.
Always.
You'd have to think. What do you think is going to be the best story in the NBA?
But folks
Lakers
wouldn't listen to
typically-
OKC. People wouldn't listen to OKC. Like
I don't think they would.
I don't think they would. Nuggets.
I think people are intrigued by it, but I just don't know if it's enough to beat the Lakers. Celtics, sorry, Bach. I don't think anybody really cares.
But
especially
Bach
after
would be
last
thrilled.
year. Well, Bach
would be thrilled.
Do you know any other Celtics fans in Lincoln? Bach might seriously be the only one I know, which is crazy.
I thought there were a bunch. I see a lot of Celtics jerseys. I see a lot of
there's more than I realized. I don't know.
And also because it's a Haymarket, and then it's a college town.
Yeah, I guess I'm not thinking of like college kids, adults that I know. That
But we can carry college basketball.
I'm always game for college. I think the college hoops has surpassed the NBA in some levels, not in talent.
The decisions we're going to have to make, Harrison. We'll go to break. I will look. The Royals are down 4-1 in the ninth.
Yep.
4-1 in the ninth. They were leading 1-0. Top of the ninth, Angels. Angels put up 2 in the sixth, 2 in the seventh. The Royals have 4 hits.
Only got 1 run.
So we have to keep saying it so that they get more hits. So we have to talk about it.
Yeah, that worked the last time. They went from 1 to 8 in the 8th inning.
So we just said it. We'll go to break. We'll come back. Hopefully they have more hits.
All right.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red, eat at Amigos, and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We head to the bottom of the ninth in Kansas City. The Los Angeles Angels 5, the Royals 1. The Royals are trying. They came into the night 3 games behind the Mariners, or 3.5 behind, and then
3 games above 500, 3.5 games behind the Mariners.
But the problem exists in twofold. One, you're 3.5 behind the Mariners, but you are also now behind the Texas Rangers, who have passed you and moved ahead of you. And the more people ahead of you, the more difficult this bridge is to cross. So currently, the Mariners are losing as we head in the top of the 8th. They're losing 6-4 to Tampa Bay. Good for the Royals, also good for the Rangers. We will update the scores along the way. The Chicago Cubs lead Atlanta 4-3 in the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees and Astros. The Yankees lead the Astros 6-0 in the middle of the 6th inning in Houston. The Baltimore Orioles lead San Diego early, top of the 1st. The Washington Nationals somehow figured out how to win a game. They had been on a losing streak. Talk about tanking and just absolutely no showing.
I was going to ask you about the Rockies later.
We'll get to them.
Yeah.
But the Nats win 5-2 over Miami. The White Sox lead Minnesota 9-3. Another situation where the Twins, like, what are you doing? The Rockies trailed the Giants 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game of note, Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks have just started. That is a game to follow. Earlier in Pittsburgh, the Pirates knock off the Dodgers 9-7, even though Shohei Ohtani hit a 120-mile-an-hour laser, an absolute bomb, 120 mile an hour off the bat. The Mets go to Detroit and get a 12-5 win. The Blue Jays defeat Cincinnati 12-9, and the Boston Red Sox defeat the Cleveland Guardians 11-7. So we will update. There's no outs with a runner on first. We will keep that, keep you advised on what it means, because it also impacts our programming and to figure out what we'll do. So let's go to break, and then maybe by the time we get back, top of the hour, all streams and all terrestrial radio will be on 93.7 The Ticket if the Royals can score 5 runs in the next 6 minutes.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Hour 2, boom. Boom, I said. The Starter Heyman text line, 424-645-685. You're on the streams for now. It is in the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th in KC. 2 outs. The Angels are up 5-1 over the Royals. When we track it, we will do a quick reset, right? We could just do a quick reset. We don't have to shut everything down. We can pause for 2 minutes. So have 2 minutes worth of commercials loaded. And then you can go and flip everybody back over to the terrestrial. We need to turn the Christmas lights on and invite people to the party.
There's a lot. Oh, man.
Right?
I'm just forgetting what you said, Christmas. And I'm just like, man, we're here. It's fall. Before I know it,
Fall is here.
We're going to have the Christmas.
Well, you know how you know it's fall?
here and-
Long jeans and the long sweaters. It's
They're
sweater
fine.
weather. It's
It is
sweater weather. It's sweater weather.
It's okay
It
to
happened.
gain 10 pounds for a little while now.
Sweater weather. Yeah, this is going to be the challenge for me because I want to make sure that the ticket is on until midnight, or at least. And here's the thing: the ideal is that it's on all the time.
Yeah,
but ball game, Royals fall 5-1 to the Anaheim Angels. That's a tough one, right? Because it's Anaheim. It's Anaheim. Anaheim's not a good road team. They're 9 games under 500. And if you're playing for postseason, you got to figure out a way. You got one hit tonight. One hit. Man, that's tough. Okay, so let's do this. We'll go to a quick break, and then we'll go long after we come back. So we will reset. We will invite all the Royals fans who have been on the terrestrial. We will bring them into the party. Come on in. The door's open. The water's fine.
That'd be a nice line. We'll go all the way up to like 45. So
yeah, we can do that. So we'll be right back. We'll reset here on the ticket.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to proof financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor. We want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's get into it. DP, Harrison Arns on a Ticket Sports Night Tuesday. We do have some clips in the system from Husker press conferences. So we can dive into that pool.
Yeah, we got you talking Butler, Holgerson from today. Yep,
We got
definitely
Holgerson from
that.
today. Dylan Raiola spoke today. You know, you got the coaches. We had a full reign of folks and lots to talk about in that space. Harrison Irons, pay the bills.
Yep, as always, real quick, want to shout out Credible Mind and Safe Use. The Lincoln Lancaster County Health Department has launched Credible Mind, a new online mental well-being platform. It's free, confidential, and available 24/7 at myhealthmymind.crediblemmind.com. Sometimes it's hard to know if substance use is becoming a problem, especially when it's part of your daily life or social routines. That's why Credible Mind offers the free anonymous assessment. Is your substance use harmful? In just minutes, you'll get non-judgmental guidance, practical tips, and resources to support your health and well-being. So again, Credible Mind, shout out to those guys. And you can go to the Lincoln Lancaster County Health Department.
Thank you, kind sir. Greatly appreciate it. We have had an hour's worth of discussion on the stream. So if you just joined us, lots to catch up on, points to be made. We had discussion over Friday night here on the ticket, Thursday night on the ticket, Friday night on the ticket. So Thursday night being the opening day of the NFL, the opening night of the NFL. The reigning, defending Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, take on the evil empire and the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out Pete Ferguson. Sorry that you have not recovered from that particular.
Are they even the evil empire, or are they just like an evil village?
Here's where I am with the Cowboys. I mean,
like they're nasty, but you're not terrified of
well,
them.
but they don't have to be. They're a nuisance now.
Yes.
They're a nuisance. They're the flies at the picnic.
Okay.
Like they're just reminding you that we're literally here to annoy you. We're here to make you think less of your food. Your food doesn't taste as good when the flies are around. Never does.
Yes.
Right? Never does. You're afraid to drink around them.
Uh-huh.
Like you just are. Your dogs are bothered. You have to constantly shut the door when they're around.
Mm-hmm. They don't take hints very well.
Right? They really don't. You have to burn incense. Right? Right? You just do. Look, we don't make the rules.
We just have to enforce them.
That's just who you are. But I have to say that, and again, I have to tell people to watch the America's Team Netflix doc, because that sort of exposure and transparency changes the way we live and think. You have to almost feel sorry for Jerry Jones. And I mean that in the most sincerest of ways.
I know I haven't gotten all the way through, but
you have to watch the whole thing.
I know.
You have to watch
there's a lot of Jerry Jones that people say will blow your mind.
I'm just going to say that somebody pointed out the other day that he is the Vince McMahon of the NFL. Only because Al Davis passed away. Al Davis and the Raiders he was absolutely Vince McMahon before Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones said, I want that. I want to sit in that throne. I want to sit in that throne. I want to be that guy. So all the lawsuits that Al Davis had against the NFL, all the battles between the lawyers and all those things, right? And then the Raiders did what the Raiders do. And the Raiders have become another version of the Dallas Cowboys. Raider fans will tell you how great the legacy of being a Raiders fan is. And then you ask them, well, it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
When was their last playoff win?
Like the logo is cool. The colors are known. It's almost hip hop culture and fashionista.
It is one of the coolest teams in the country that sucks for as long as it has.
But its fans have had to listen. Your owners have divorced you and moved away 3 times.
And you're still wearing their uniform.
Like you're wearing the wedding ring of the people who broke up with you 3 times. Like, bruh.
I know it's been bad.
Therapy?
Talking to Morning Pearson now. You even mentioned Raiders. It's not like, remember, it's just pure anger.
Oh, it hurts.
Only
It
bad
hurts.
memories.
Oh, the pain.
Does it feel like anything could be fixed in the marriage? Yeah, you got Geno Smith.
Well, but
Pete Carroll, I think he's still got some legs on him. I'm not too worried about him.
But
He's
you
too
still
old.
have a Davis running it. And
yes, you do.
even after Jerry Jones, his son Steven will run the Cowboys. They are related. They're blood related. And by that I mean Al Davis and Jerry Jones. Because they just are who they are.
Well, maybe
and
Steven might do all right.
No. When you watch this documentary,
Okay.
Oh.
Well, because Jerry felt like he flipped in the right way, and then the older he got, it got worse.
Lakers and Jerry Buss and Jeannie.
Oh God.
But you know the Buss son?
Yeah.
You know the son? Yeah. Yeah. If you told me that Jerry Jones' daughter was going to take over the Cowboys, I think they would have that Renaissance Jenny Buss Lakers run and still go way left immediately following.
I gotta learn more about Steven.
You have to watch this doc.
I might stay up
The
till
doc,
3 a.m.
it's
crank it
worth
out.
every minute of it. And then it's the same, but it's the same thing of watching the Vince McMahon doc.
Mhm.
Like you just
What is it? There's been an absolute killing of docs coming out lately.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix been on
Netflix has been on point.
Give them some credit.
Been on point, man. Because they went all the way behind the scenes.
There's the SEC doc too.
Right.
They put out.
And now the Unreal doc.
Yeah, that one.
Right,
The
which-
QB docs. The only one they deserve
QB
some
doc?
heat for. Maybe it wasn't Netflix. Connor Stallions. That one sucked.
I think there'll be more. I think they'll get it
There
right.
should-
I think there'll be more, and I think they'll get it right.
Okay.
I think there'll be more.
Did you watch the first one?
I will keep repeating. There will be more, and they will get it right.
Okay, good. Because right now it's just chapter 1, and chapter 1 is like, look at how good this guy is at math. Isn't it incredible?
You get the
It's
oogies.
like, what is
You get the oogies, man. You fully get the oogies
You do.
about like you just like I don't know how Michigan fans can be proud of themselves.
I don't know how Sherrod Moore's sitting there like, what the? Can I just do the punishment already?
Just grinning and smiling, and my buddy Griff is like
3 years later. Still waiting.
I know Michigan fans, and I look at them. I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But that's sports fanaticism in full, right? And Nebraska went through its run, and you ask, what do you have any? Because that was the question I asked when I got here. Is there any real interest in getting it right? And stunningly, a lot of people couldn't answer yes. Because that would mean that the people that you entrust aren't good for you and don't care about you. They don't care enough to get it right. Like that's one of the definitions of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the commitment to getting it right. Treating you as you're worthy. Treating you as you should be seen, not as you see yourself. That's right.
Did Jim Harbaugh have one of the smoothest criminal exits you could possibly have?
Again, Teflon.
Are you
Teflon Harbaugh?
kidding
bruh.
me?
Like, but we know this about people now. We know that for the right amount of money, you can do anything.
Here's your 10-year ban from the college football that doesn't start till 2028.
But hey, let's go. Let you go play and play. Go run the. Let's give you the promotion because it's a promotion, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely a promotion.
It's a promotion.
And then the NCAA sitting there in the back room is like, why does nobody respect us anymore? Doesn't make any sense.
It's like they're just laughing at you, bro. Like, what are you?
Because they're handing out punishments 3 years later.
You, and that's not even a punishment.
No, it's the kids who had nothing to do with it, and the coaches who are at that position.
No, but here's
that's where I get so frustrated.
But here's the part of this thing that so much of the conversations that we have is the repetition of catchphrases and narratives about it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you chose Michigan, then you're married to Michigan. And if Michigan is doing criminal stuff, when it comes to this sort of thing, right? You can say, well, I didn't know, I wasn't a part of it. Okay. Then dismount from it. If you don't believe in it. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
So in the space that we're talking about, if you're talking about Minnesota, you're talking about Michigan, you're talking about, listen, in basketball, it's all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's all over the place. If you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, this doc is so resounding. I don't even remember all of the vile stuff that went on. I don't even I was in the game then, and I don't remember the video of Michael Irvin in the front seat of some stranger's car doing lines. I didn't know about the White House. And by White House, you have to watch the doc.
All right.
I'm not talking about the place in Washington, D.C.
I think I heard this about this too. I won't spoil it.
Listen, my jaw hit the table.
Okay.
My jaw hit the table. I didn't know a lot about Jerry Jones. You forget, you knew that he and Jimmy Jones were on the same Arkansas team. But I didn't know that Barry Switzer had played at Arkansas before they did. And that Barry Switzer was on the staff as an assistant at Arkansas when Jerry and Jimmy played together. And then you forget, Arkansas won a national title. We didn't even talk about, if I asked you, how many titles does Arkansas win? None. I don't remember any. I don't remember any. It was the thing. And then he talked about all the risks that he took, financial risks that he took in doing business, and how many failed ventures there were, and the fact that he was on his last venture. If this oil rig didn't hit, he was done. He was done. Again, there was so much in this, and the fact that they carried along the Cowboys' opponents and rivals with them in telling stories, especially in the seasons. I was never a Troy Aikman fan. I became less of a fan watching this.
Really?
Unnecessary douchiness. There's no reason to be the way that he was being. And again, I wasn't in the situation. I'm only responding and reacting to the situations that they showed. But he would tell the story that, I wanted to be coached a certain way. And, to watch the way he talked about his teammates and the way he talked about the coaches, I was like, no, I'm surprised they didn't beat him up. It was like,
that
ooh.
surprises me.
Oh, it was some tough. And then they talked about, there was a moment where when Barry Switzer became the head coach. Now, again, a whole bunch of things in play, right? Different types of coaching, right? And each player wants to be coached a certain way. And coaches will tell you that, not everybody gets coached the same way. Notice not everybody coaches the same way. Nor does everybody want to be coached the same way. So trying to figure it out, and remember that they went from the worst team in the NFL to the best team in 4 years. It was a quick turnaround. So they show you the process, and they show you the hits and misses, right? That they missed a lot. They talk about the Herschel Walker trade, all those things, which led us magnificently to the Micah Parsons deal. And you just went, oh, there it is. Because you go back. You go back and it tells you
history repeats itself.
Signing Troy Aikman, right? And then giving Troy the big contract. And then the Deion Sanders contract. And I had forgotten how absolutely game-changing the Deion Sanders contract was. The deal, breaking of the deal with Reebok and Dallas creating their own shoe deal. And the lawsuits that went on and on and on, and the battles between the owners. Because how dare you go against the league? We're all under this contract. You can't just go rebel and get your own. But they did, and they fought for it. Right? And then it changed how everybody was doing it. And then the free agency. Well, how can you sign Deion? Where's all this money coming from? Oh, you're
Jerry just in the courtroom all the time.
All the time. But that's the Al Davis. When I tell you that Al Davis, and it goes back further, because if you talk about the Cleveland Browns, Paul Brown as the owner had to sue people in the NFL and around the NFL all the time for the Cleveland Browns to do business, and then for the Cincinnati Bengals to be created and do business in the American Football League. He chose the American Football League rather than the National Football League to rival the team and the city which he was born and raised, and the team that carried his name. That's why they're the Browns. And he literally created the Bengals to flip off the Browns.
There's so many reasons that the Browns are hard to root for, and this is just like,
well, that's a whole other doc. That's a whole other doc. Because this is why historically we need to do a history show.
yeah, we did this the other day.
But you have to go back. You have to go back to George Halas.
Okay.
Because you have to go back to the Staleys, the Chicago Staleys, the Chicago
the
Cardinals,
real first
the
teams,
real first
not
run.
the Ohio League, but the
right, the first
NFL,
the first version of it.
Yeah.
Because Halas, conflict of interest, using leverage and union power to force people to do business with you in the building of stadiums and facilities, right? Because imagine in the 1900s having buildings, stadiums built. You think that was ever done without a little greasing of the palms of right?
Well, I know that's how Soldier Field gets such a screwy deal.
Well,
it's just
listen,
historical landmark for the city.
You can tell me Memorial Stadium was built cleanly. Go ahead and tell me. Right. Because where would you get all of the resource to do that? Where would you get all the material?
What did they do for Devaney? Tax cigarettes?
Bro,
we still have the tax on there, DP. Devaney's been built a long time ago, and I think we still have it.
But this is sports, right? This is sports. The games are one faction of it, and people are finding that out now with NIL and transfer portal and all those things, that you have to make the game the game. You have to keep the game and allow the business to be business, because the business. And the problem was for a long time when it comes to college athletics is that they said, oh, it's all tied together and it's all holy. And you went, no, you've been doing big business the whole time.
Yeah.
And not paying people. And now, woe is me, you're going to play victim because you've been putting money aside for all this time for the people not playing the game. And now the people playing the game realize that they're the talent. They're the assets.
Do you think we're going to see a little bit of a balance in college football with the powerhouses?
Well,
we're
seeing it in week one. We're seeing
saw it last year. I was like, huh.
Well, but
everything's more even now.
No, but it's going to be more fluid.
Yeah.
Because somebody will figure out exactly what the metric is, right? What is the proper balance between the millions and millions of dollars and choosing the right people to run it and the right people to play in it, right? Because, again, we can say that we know that all college towns are not created equal. All alumni bases aren't created equal. And I hate to tell you, but when the Ivy League figures out what they're going to do, everybody else needs to get, yeah. When the Ivy League?
I think that's why the Big Ten is catching some ground. Because when you look at the universities, I kind of think the Big Ten has more of the bigger tech schools. You got the West Coast tech, or the big money schools.
Well,
Ivy League's going to, if they figure it out, if they want to.
Who has the endowments and the trust that they do?
An undefeated Harvard team would be crazy work.
Well, wait till the military academies.
That one's still a little bit of hope out.
But
those schedules are so different. But if
who has more money than the military academies? Listen to me. When I tell you that as it evolves and switches, you have to pay attention to it, and that the cycle of it is going to be in short bursts over the next 12 years. That you will have 3 different rings of success, failure, growth, and regrowth.
We're going to go full circle. Wasn't it the Ivy League schools from day one?
This is what's going to happen. And then remember that in certain cases, again, not all universities, college towns, alumni bases, financial institutions, and trust funds are created equal. Because some schools in the Big Ten have a natural competitor financially in professional sports teams. So start to look at the Big Ten and start to look in college towns where there's no real competition for money, because those are the ones that will have advantage. But then think, what happens to big cities, big city college programs? Well, remember, more people means more money, more people with money. And what do those people with money do? They take care of their people, right? Because you don't want to be in a loser town. You don't want to live in a loser city. You don't want to do that, right? Because you can't wine and dine people. You can't bring, hey, come check us out. Come check out my town. This is why I'm asking you to give me $30 million. Well, your town sucks. I'm not giving you money to put here.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, if it's Lincoln, Nebraska, and you can see the cornfields and you can see the growth and you can see the people smile at you and press palms, do you think those are equal? You think all resource pools, location, remember, location. If you think all of those things are equal in the Big Ten?
Of course not.
Now, you know what's going to also happen? There will be the cycles where the independent college towns will take advantage.
Can't tell if like college football
is Salem, Lincoln, like they're where the money stays in the town.
Right.
And then big city folks are going to come in and go, well, let's stomp a mud hole in that.
Oh.
And here comes LA and Chicago. It's going to happen. And then it'll cycle again, because then somebody else will figure out the metrics of it, what's in between. And remember, all athletics are under one umbrella, but they're not run and operated the same. Basketball works from a different financial base than football. So what's easier to manage? Small work groups or large work groups? And different universities and different financial resources will identify those and then tag them directly. And if I said to you, ready for this? That an athletic team with 20 athletes on it in a small college town with no financial resistance or competitor for that team or those athletes and their success, then all of the big power money folks come running to those cities, like Nebraska women's volleyball. And Nebraska women's volleyball will change Nebraska football and Nebraska basketball. How many girls are on the softball team?
Oh, what does the roster look like? 17?
30?
30? Is it that big?
20?
I got no idea.
Easy to manage?
Easier to manage than the football team. What's the football team?
Cost you less than that?
Yeah.
Fewer coaches?
Way fewer coaches.
Fewer space to manage?
Fewer space, quicker matches.
It will evolve. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. The Dallas Cowboys figured out, again, you moved from Oakland to Los Angeles, back to Oakland to Las Vegas, and still haven't gotten it right because the person making the decision. Dallas, you moved from Arlington to outside, right? You went to Irving.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You went back outside. You built a place. Remember, you built a stadium where it was open at the top because you wanted God to be able to watch his team on Sunday, his favorite team on Sunday.
Doing it off.
Hey, you closed the roof. You closed the roof. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Like, you have to it's beautiful to watch. That's why I watch the docs. Because when you see not only the people in charge, the people who are making decisions, and you hear them, they can't wait to tell you why they make their decisions. Then you find out the people around them, because those people have to allow the crazy rich dude to tell them crazy rich dude stuff and still look sane, even if he's your dad. Sound like the McMahons? Sound like the Davises?
Come on, Steven.
Sounds like the Jones. Right? Like you just in full, that you start to pay. You have to watch the docs because they pull the curtain on the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
And we need it. I'm telling you, I like the idea that Nebraska football is pulling the curtain back and showing some transparency to the people behind the curtain.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to a point where transparency is so valued and coveted, where it acts like anything that is, or not transparency, but like covering everything up that everyone used to seem to do. It's like, you got a fan base who's just craving, foaming at the mouth. Just show them a glimmer of anything you want. And they're going to share it, love it, retweet it. Like, it can be hardly anything.
What else is there?
Exactly.
I to say it in full, that we don't know of any other place in America, maybe the world, who could put on a women's volleyball game and have 90,000+ people show up and another 10,000 just be around it, just to be around it, because there are no tickets left for them to get in.
Yeah, just hang outside.
Let's just hang out in the Haymarket. Let's hang out in downtown Lincoln.
We're lucky we'll get to see Becca Alec or Jovi walk out.
Just for that, right? They came from all parts of the state.
Well, I think people forget, like, some of these people are coming all the way from Western Nebraska. Like my town, population, I think today 1,300. You can find a Husker-themed bar. You go to Fordyce, I think it's like 90. You can find a Husker-themed bar. You go to town, 120. You can find a Husker-themed. You can find a Husker theme. The entire state is just in love with it. It's the easiest product to sell in the state. It's
Green Bay, Wisconsin. You have ownership of it.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot bury the lead in that ownership of said thing makes you more willing to commit and be emotionally invested, which then allows you to be financially invested. You will go at risk and you will go in the hole if there's ownership involved. If there's ownership up. From a distance, there are people, again, we know people that like working at the station, but they'll go home.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it off, man. Whatever. I'm emotionally invested. You become emotionally invested because you're around me enough to know, well, geez, there's a method to some of this madness, right? Geez.
You're not just doing here to hang out till midnight.
Right, like what, but here's the thing. I'm hanging out with you and I'm hanging out with them.
Of course.
And if I don't hang out with them, I can't have conversations with them. Thank you, Dan, from my friend. Dan from Canopy's hanging out with us.
Sorry about the Royals.
Yeah,
I think he's a Royals fan, right?
He absolutely is a Royal. Like, he was on the poll.
Oh, that's right.
Carry the Royals.
The text me.
Carry the Royals.
Carry
the Royals.
Royals.
He's gonna be mad this weekend though, because Friday we can't. Friday he's gonna have to watch him on TV.
When the tower's down, he offered. He's like, I got duct tape and some baling wire if you need me.
Set me up top of the roof. Get up on the roof, man.
I don't know if I can do that for your safety, but I'd love to give you a shot.
No. And if you have not, still Tuesdays at Canopy Street Market, Taco Tuesdays. If you have not done it, put it on your schedule. And then go bug Dan. Like, just go bug Dan. Talk Royals and Husker basketball, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Besides, he doesn't know I'm about to hit him up. These student athletes are back. So, we're going to need these Canopy gift cards for these kids to go shopping.
I need to go get some more. I love their just quick fix meals.
They do have the best meals.
Like, if you're just looking for something that's good for you and not even like crazy healthy in that way, just like not fast food garbage.
Right.
That's going to fill you up and taste good.
Right? No, they have the, I'll say this, Dan, and I've never said it publicly. They have the best meatloaf and mashed potato and green beans meal in Lincoln.
Speaking of me, I love that.
Like that
comfort food.
Well, they do Salisbury steak.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to my soul. Speak to my soul with Salisbury steak, gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans. Just tell me that you actually care, and you make it fresh.
Yeah,
you make it fresh. They do their pasta meatballs. Like, I'm in. And low key, their fresh salads are better than the ones you get in the store.
I believe it. That place,
their salads, their salads are better, and it's necessary. Like there's certain places, grocery stores, that I can't buy those ready-made salads. I can't do it, but I can always count on Canopy. So go check them out. Go say hi to Dan. Pat him on the back. He's good people. He's having he had a tough day today because the Royals no show. Now they're 3 games back. They're another game and a half back behind.
Really struggling down the stretch here, unfortunately for the Royals.
Well,
we're on a golden window run.
When you get hot now.
You need to.
Get hot now. You're in the final month. Like, you cannot lose to teams that you should not lose to. Their strength of schedule isn't crazy.
Well, it's just over the 50
marker.
marker.
Yeah. So it's not crazy. We degenerates. Yeah, we do. He says you're due for a care pack. He's right. He's right. But here's the thing, and what Dan doesn't know. Okay, so Anthony Smith, he'll join us tomorrow in studio. UFC and ESPN. Anthony Lionheart Smith. He'll be in studio tomorrow. He's also a fan of Canopy.
I think everyone is.
Dan bought some beverages. Anthony, at 6'3", 245 pounds, took all the beverages that were in the bag. And I did nothing about it.
He just said, nice.
I was like, hey, bro, go for it. Go for it.
I'm definitely not going to be the guy to tell him, leave one
Not
behind
happening.
for me.
I'm not ending up on a tattoo.
Oh,
bro.
you want $20 out of my wallet too, sir? Of course.
I'm not ending up on a tattoo. I'm just like, it's not, you're not going to mark me, bro. That's not going to happen. But yes, Dan, thank you, kind sir. You know where to find us.
We only got like a minute left here. Did you get good meals? Because I'm just thinking of Dan from Canopy. He's got me thinking of food. Did you have great meals growing up in your high school, or was it like bring your lunch?
Oh, no, the high school was terrible. Terrible school.
I thought it was better back in the day. I thought it got worse.
No, it's a lie. Lies.
Could be true.
Listen, I'm not from the Midwest. I don't know what
Maybe that's what
I
it
don't know
is.
what y'all are eating here. I don't know what y'all are eating here. What I can tell you, no, sir. First of all, I was a poor kid. I got school lunches. I got vouchers. That's the only way we could afford it. They would give us lunch tickets. And so you got the meal that they gave poor kids.
Oh, so you had separate. It wasn't just like, here's what we're.
Well, there was a la
having for
carte that
lunch
you could
today.
buy. Like, you could, if you bought your lunch, you could buy whatever you wanted to buy that they were making that day. But, and mind you,
I'm just.
I want to say the lunch was like 40 cents. So, relative. But again, 8 kids in the family of a poor family, and all of them are in school at the same time. Some difficulty.
Yeah, it adds up quick too.
And
even if
so, and there was some feeling about bringing your lunch. And if you were bringing the lunch, it was bologna sandwiches or peanut butter and jelly. And, you had to deal with it. You get a handful of potato chips in a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Maybe, carton of milk or something to drink, or you buy your milk there at, a nickel, 10 cents, whatever it was. But the meals that cardboard pizza, it literally, the box that the pizza comes in, if you just put sauce and cheese on top of that, that was the pizza square you
I
got.
probably just put the box in the oven with the pizza.
It's just not good. You hoped for Salisbury Steak Day?
Yeah, that was always the cult classic over at
Right,
Cedar
meatball-
Catholic. We loved Salisbury Steak Day.
The fish was never good. They would hit you with the fish on Friday. Not good.
I feel like our school knew.
Not good.
Don't even get fish in the Midwest.
Not good. Not good.
What about chili?
No, we never got chili. Never got chili. Y'all do chili and
Cinnamon rolls. That was on our lunch
no,
menu.
sir. No, sir.
Which has got to be crazy. if
No,
you're
sir.
like-
We did get spaghetti, but the spaghetti was pretty much spaghetti noodles and ketchup.
Oh, just a watery spaghetti.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. With
that
no,
might be the one time I don't like spaghetti. If you got that,
and
if
you
got
got
the noodles
then
watery.
you got that rock, that brick of garlic bread.
Oh,
it's a brick. It's a brick. You're eating a brick, like straight to the dentist, biting into this thing. And
Yeah.
so, and no, wasn't good.
Shout out Donna, the lunch lady of Cedar Catholic. I don't know if she still does it, but I got so many fond memories of.
Oh, Miss Glass. Miss Glass and Miss Otis. Those are the two. I know them. Those are because also poor kid. So if you didn't have money, if she didn't see me come in line, if she didn't see me get in line, either I had forgotten my ticket or somebody else needed it more than I did, which happened. Like I was a poor kid. I was not the poorest kid.
Right.
If I saw somebody who really was struggling, plus at that point I had like a paper route. So,
I would find a way to grind it out, make some money
for an extra $2. Mm-hmm. Like I picked up a whole nother street. I think I made $4 a week extra by picking up delivering to 2 extra streets. And that was my lunch money through high school. And when I was a junior, I started working with my stepdad in construction in the summer. And I want to say was making $7 an hour, $6 an hour.
Okay. I'd imagine that.
Something like that.
A range.
But I was making like the $500 every 2 weeks. And I didn't spend it in the summer because mom was like, no, this is your school money. This is where you're going to buy your new school clothes. This is where you're going to, tennis shoes, cleats for football.
I was going to say, you're in sports too. That's not cheap.
20, but the Dr. J All-Stars were $29, which was a big, huge honking chunk of money back then.
Yeah.
Pumas, white Pumas, $30, $34. You could get the spot built joints for, $9, but ugh.
Did you buy them?
Did I buy the white Pumas?
No, Jordans.
I bought the Dr. J's. I did. I bought the Dr. J's.
Oh, they were Dr. J's?
Dr. J All-Stars. The first of the leather All-Stars. Oh, the very first ones. Yeah, and our colors were blue, so we got the blue star.
You still got them?
I went and bought a pair. I will wear them tomorrow. I found a pair of Dr. J leather high top Converse with the red star.
Okay.
Ball.
I wonder what those go through these days.
Like $199, and a buddy of mine found them. He traded. Like I paid $89. I paid $89. When you see him, you just go, okay, baller, straight baller. But in junior high, it was canvas, the canvas Converse, high top Converse. We wore the white high top canvas Converse all the way through. We didn't know any better. They were $14. $14. But that was baller money back then. That was baller money.
I think we hit the worst trends. I'm thinking of like the money that we spent. Remember the zigzags, Reebok zigs?
Yeah.
That was my era growing up.
Oh,
they were not that. They were rep shoes.
I think I remember the scuff up when the Jordans first came out, when the Jordan 1s came out, because I think it was like $49. Remember, I was like, well, why are you charging so much? Like, different era.
They didn't know what they were doing.
Different era. I want to say that my Mustang, the Mustang I bought, I want to say I got a 74 Camaro. No, 76 Camaro. And I want to say it was $1,200. Yeah.
Oh man.
Like the rent for my first condo was like $350 a month.
All right, we got to throw the break.
Yeah.
I'm just getting frustrated about how much things. So, hey, DP walked out of, I won't even say the store because it's not even their fault.
Right.
4 bags of groceries, over $100. It's like, I'm so sick of some of these prices.
Oh, you don't.
Insanity.
If I had paid $100 for groceries, no, not happening. Not happening. I'll tell you a story of what we did back then. Pretty interesting. I'll find the clip. So we'll do that when we come back.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
If
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
They're too young to vape.
E-cigarettes are the most used tobacco products among youth.
They know vaping is dangerous, don't they?
The majority of youth who vape use flavored products, the kind designed to seem harmless.
If they were vaping, I'd be able to tell.
Many vapes are small, discreet, and resemble everyday items. Don't avoid the conversation. Talk to your kids about vaping. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska, aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, this is what's going to happen late nights here on the ticket. You're going down the rabbit hole. Going down the rabbit hole. Because there's a thing. And again, being a poor kid, that you could get a 3-pound box of hamburgers, frozen hamburgers, for $6.99. 16 quarter-pound hamburger, frozen hamburgers. You told me that you've never had Steakums.
No, I had to look up a picture, but never had.
You never had Steakums. Okay, so this is when you talk about poor kid baller. That when you got Steakums, then they had the generic steak slices. So it's thinly shaved frozen steak. And they came in these boxes. Now, Steakums was the brand. So imagine Coca-Cola, right? Red can. Their version of steak for steak sandwiches came in a white box. Steakums was the cola. There was you know how you had the cans that just said soda?
Yeah. What was the Mountain Dew, the knockoff Mountain Blast, I think is what it was.
Right.
We're growing up.
Well, Murray's was the store, and it was like a deli, but it was all frozen meat, all frozen meat. You would go and get, so when I got my first job out of college, so 1984, you would go to Murray's on payday. And this is where the whole family would come to the house. So you go on Friday, you go cash your check, you go to Murray's, you would go and get, because there'd be like 20 people eating it at mom's house. And you would go and get 2 boxes of the hamburgers, right? 16 hamburgers per box.
Mm-hmm.
Those boxes were $4.99 each. Okay, remember, you could go to McDonald's back then, and for $1, you get Big Mac, fries, soda for $1, for 99 cents.
And it was actually good back then.
Right.
Is what I hear. I don't know.
Right.
I'd be wrong on that too.
No. Look, we didn't know any better. We didn't know
I
any
think
better.
the ingredients are also just better. I mean, they're using not so many things that,
We didn't know any better. Dan, he says the Adidas red striped leather superstar is not bad. I have a pair with the shell toe. So that's how you know you get the right Adidas, because the toe is like the shelled toe.
Okay.
Not the smooth toe. Smooth toe, basic. Don't do it. Get shelled toe, you're a baller. Yeah, Dave and Fullerton. Yeah, this is the thing. Like Harrison, you up for an hour?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I was going to go solo anyway. So if you want to hang around for an hour, that works out.
Yeah, like just to get you through, just because I'm going to find the clips of these ads that would show up in the Washington Post. They would show up in the Washington Post. And so the Friday newspaper. And it would have like Swanson's TV dinners. Back then.
You guys got the Swans Man?
Yeah, we got the Swans Man.
All right. Swans
Right.
Man was great. That is one
Right.
thing we did get.
Right. So we would do that, but you could get. So were you a proponent of chipped beef in a bag?
What the hell is chipped beef in a bag?
You're so bougie.
Something like that.
So back then,
that are just in the middle of
right,
nowhere.
Right. So there was these meals that they were frozen. They'd come to you frozen, but you would put them in boiling water and it would heat them up. And then there's this thing, like different things. So they had Salisbury steak. They had,
It's like a military meal almost. Like just
get
it hot.
But you don't put it. So it comes in a plastic bag, a sealed bag.
And the water's on the outside of it?
Yeah, you put the water in the pot.
Right.
And you put the bag with the food inside the bag in the water and it would heat. Well, there's this thing called chipped beef, cream chipped beef. I don't know what cream chipped beef was. Like even to this day, like right now, I don't boil in the bag. Yep, Dan. That crib cheese, and here's the thing. What they would do is you would toast bread, cut the bread up in half, sideways, diagonal, and you would pour the contents of the bag, the heated bag, over the toast. And you would eat this cream chipped beef and toast. And yeah, banquet food, frozen foods. Right. So yeah, that's why you got to have a grocery food guy on your call list.
This looks awful, DP. I'm not impressed by what I'm looking at.
Bruh, you don't understand. Okay, so
the one I'm looking at looks like two pieces of just regular bread.
With this,
and then cheese and meat
this
poured
glop,
over top.
This glop,
Yeah.
this
Nothing
glop.
fancy going on.
It is a full. The full definition of the cream chip is a glop of. Okay, we'll throw it to break. We're gonna do another because I'm taking you all the way down the rabbit hole. Welcome to the rabbit hole, my friend. We'll be right back.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show. Sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krekak of State Farm Insurance.
Hi, this is Tom Osborne. Join me on September 23rd and dine at your favorite local Renza in support of Teammates Mentoring. 10% of Renza sales on September 23rd will benefit your local Teammates Mentoring chapter. Teammates Mentoring helps students reach their full potential by providing a caring adult mentor to meet with them once a week in school. Thank you for your support of Teammates Mentoring. We will see you at Runza on September 23rd.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hey racing fans, this is Brie Marie inviting you to join me and James Rowland for the Finish Line every Sunday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Catch up with the local dirt track drivers, national racers, and everyone you need to know about in the world of racing. Don't spin your wheels, hit the gas, and join us Sundays at 7 p.m. for the Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. Ticket late night. 402-464-5685. Dave and Fulton, thank you. Dan, thank you. Dan, we've gone down the rabbit hole of so Harrison's never had cream chip beef, which I'm now going to challenge Dan Swanson to find.
but
because I need
put cream chip to beef on the Canopy Street Market menu,
bro.
I don't think so. Does anybody actually like that today?
He just said the thing. He goes, and he just reminded me, chicken a la king in a bag.
Over 3. What the hell is that? DP, I am when it comes to culture and cuisine.
And they gave you, and the thing about with chicken a la king is that they gave you a frozen rice bag that you had to put in water to heat up. So imagine cooking for some folks.
You guys just not have microwaves yet, so everything was just like putting hot boiling water. Just like putting that together.
Maniac, there was no.
That's like he's like, why is all your instructions dropping in boiling water? Oh, that's right.
That's all it was. There was no microwave. You had to cook a meal, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
What a privileged life I live.
Oh my God! Now, mind you, back then most moms cooked. Like they cooked. But my mom was working, so. And again, there were kids in the house. You didn't want to rely on the neighbors. You didn't want to rely on, you wouldn't want to make food and put it in leftovers. Again.
Well, you got 10. Well, how many siblings?
There are 8 kids in the house.
8 kids. Yeah. I mean, that's
8 kids in the house.
That's a lot.
And so leftovers, so she cooked things so when she cooked the meals like that, one, you grilled on the weekend because you could grill more in substance than you could cooking, right? And then the kids are outside, they're running around, they're not up under you being annoying and a nuisance. So cooking out was for weekends, meals at home, but then it became a matter of while she worked. So she worked at the Census Bureau. And so her ride home was 45 minutes some days longer than that. And the kids are hungry. So you could either rely on grandma to make the meal, but grandma was busy too. Or you could have some of these frozen meals that you would, and this is the beginning of mini pizzas.
And at that point in time, too, it's all innocent.
Right?
I mean,
And
we're not fully into the full era of like everything's super. Well, not
see,
everything.
Dan is my dude. Tostino's pizza.
Hey,
right?
That's one of them. I'm aware of that.
And they were
I had some Tostinos back
they
in
were
the
like
day.
they were like 99 cents.
You
for
can.
pizza.
I think you can buy them today. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think I saw them for like 5 for $4.
It
like Tostino's has stayed true. Arnold Palmer Tea, Tostino's Pizza, those two have stayed true.
To tell you that the number of these things that, and again, how much they were then, I really need to find what Steakums were, because you could get them in 8 1632 packets of 32, and each one was, so imagine 2 thin strips of steak packed together, pressed together, and then they put this cellophane paper in between each one to tell you what a serving was. And then if you were a baller, you bought steak rolls. But if you were poor, it went on the white bread. So your steak sandwich was just a sandwich with thinly sliced steak on it. But then if you had money or you were feeling bougie, you catch me on payday, I was getting Steakums and not the generic thinly sliced.
I'm just feeling bougie eating Steakums is funny.
Bruh!
No, shout out.
Shout
out to everyone on the grind of Steakums.
Bruh, you do not understand. You do not understand that when you could buy Lay's potato chips and Steakums, or you hit a ride when you could get tater tots. Crinkle cut French fries in a bag. They used the generic ones, they came in a box, a little white box that said French fried potatoes.
It's a French fry. Okay.
Harrison, it was. All of this was extremely humbling, I must say.
I think out of
The
everything,
little Juan frozen burritos. Now,
those are where they give you 12, right?
12 in a bag,
Yeah,
in
they
a
got,
big
blue,
bag.
purple, or
Yeah, and bruh.
my dad did that, not out of just being a simple man, and I was like, he's right. This is the easiest meal ever. You just slap like 2 of those in there. Cold as hell in the middle, hot as hot on the outside.
I don't know what the magic was that would allow those burritos to come out cooked. Like, because you would crisp the outside, and then you bite the middle of it, and it's still frozen in the middle. Or stone cold, like you've melted it, but it's still cold.
I don't think Juan ever knew either. I think they're just sending those things out because it's cheap. Who cares? You'll buy it. And it was. I bought them like all through. Like as soon as I got to Lincoln, I bought them straight for like 4 years.
So what is your comfort food?
Comfort food? I'm pretty simple. Give me just, it didn't even be the pre-frozen. I don't have to make it myself. Hot dogs, burgers, fried chicken, mashed potatoes.
So Dan said, the Hormel chili dogs.
Oh. Which,
again, poor versus bougie. Poor was when Mama would make the chili. So she would make it with kidney beans. Like hamburger. Like when you got hamburger in the chili, you were just. And then when you got to put hamburger in the spaghetti sauce, you were living. Like this was living.
That's crazy.
When you got chili with beans, because the other chili was the generic chili with no beans, and it just said chili on the can, and you would just pour it out over the chili dog.
Hold on, people are really just having spaghetti, no meat.
You don't understand the hardship pain.
I love my mom so much. The more I'm hearing about all these meals
of having to eat spaghetti
sounds bad.
where you get the ragu
Yep.
in the jar,
Mhm.
and you cook the main meal.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the
the
same.
main meal.
But we got the beef ready.
But for the leftover, you always had more noodle than you had sauce left. So what'd you do? You ran water in the jar and then heated that up. Like you would run water in the jar, swish it all together, heat that up, and then pour that poor version of spaghetti sauce onto the noodles. Listen,
Ugh.
were you an egg noodles guy?
I think we didn't eat a whole lot of pasta. I think we just the basic noodles. Like the long
Egg noodles with butter was like it would get all you had was noodles and butter.
Brothers would do that just because they didn't know how they're too lazy or didn't want to figure out how to cook.
Just the butter.
Not that they
Just
didn't
the
have the
butter.
ability.
Just the
Yeah.
butter.
Butter noodles they would have.
If you couldn't afford French toast, and this was my Irish buddy, my Irish best friend who didn't have much money. His dad was a construction worker. And first night I went to their house, they had spaghetti.
Mhm.
And she made spaghetti and she put the meat on like in a small dish, so it rationed out the amount of hamburger that you could put with your sauce if you so chose, and then put it over the spaghetti. But I'm sitting there, and I want to say this is like the second time I had dinner at a white person's house. And you're at the table, and I'm just kind of watching. And he did a thing. They had butter on the table,
right?
And they buttered the bread fully. So each had 2 slices of bread with just an entire coat of butter. And I was like, are you gonna toast that? Are you striving for French toast? Is that what we're going for? What do we like? Toast the bread, bruh. And he's like, no. This way you can fold it and you can put forks full of the spaghetti into the bread and eat it like a spaghetti sandwich. And
honestly,
it slapped. It slapped. It totally slapped. And I just went, but it was my introduction to white people. And I was like, okay, what are we doing? Like, what are we
Just being white, DP, and being proud.
I ran home and told my brother, you aren't gonna let me show you. Let me show you.
They do know some things.
Let me show you
Spaghetti
what I
sandwich.
just learned. Listen, you thought I had just found the I had found the magic ring. Because bruh, we were eating buttered bread for the next month. You know. Yeah, Dan, he said, hell yeah, spaghetti sandwich. Like,
It's a great combination. Honestly, Jim and John said, hey, we got a new thing. It's called the spaghetti sandwich. It's garlic bread and spaghetti. I'd swing for it.
Bruh,
It's good. There's no shame in that.
I'm just telling you, we didn't have the crossover. And it was and this was like a dear friend. And the first time I went to a white person's house for dinner, and I'm going to say I'm 10.
They want to show you the
11,
culture. So spaghetti made sense.
I'm 11, so I'm playing basketball. This
Uh-huh.
is my elementary school, and it's the county basketball team. And we were the county champions. But I couldn't play with my friends. I couldn't play with my black friends. I could only play with the people who I went to school with. Right?
This is when you had to go move over to that school, right?
Yeah, I had to. I was bussed over. I was bussed to the other side of the county. So imagine 8 Mile. I'm at 9 Mile.
Don't be so smart.
Right?
Next time, buddy.
That part. And the first time I went to a white person's house, so again, this is the late 60s, 70s. This is the early 70s. So remember the Titans. Literally think. So you know the scene where Julius goes over to his teammates.
Oh, yes.
He goes over to his house, and the mom was just kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we supposed to do? And my friend pulls me to the side and he goes, "I'm so embarrassed." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Wait till you see what she made for dinner." And I said, "What?" He goes, "Fried chicken." And I said, "That's fine." He goes, "No, we never have." He goes,
well, no, he messed up because he just don't say that part.
She did this for you. And I was like, Gary Bertier. Yep, you went to Gary Bertier's house. And same deal. My guy was Jamie Carrington. So, and he's red. He is flushed red. Like, I need to go high. Mom, what? What was this? And she goes, "Well, I wanted him to be happy."
It's always the innocence that makes it somehow worse.
Oh, like good intention. But this, and he was I was best man in his wedding. So they this was my best friend through ever and ever and ever. His dad was a construction worker. Took me to my very first Redskins game ever. When they had season tickets, they would always, I was their black son, and they would take me to all the games, took me to circles that I would have never been in. So we figured it out, right? Like, he was the first one that told me what whiskey was. He was like, "All right, be a man. You gotta, he's a construction worker. So, he's a tough guy, the whole thing." We figured that out pretty quickly, that the next meal was the spaghetti and the spaghetti sandwich. And then from that point forward, he grilled every time I came over. And he said, "We're just going to do burgers and hot dogs."
Oh, hell yeah.
He's like, "We're just going to do," and then he was the first person that I ever met who didn't cook their steak well done.
He was the first person?
He was the first person. Nobody in my family, black folks, was cooking steak, man. Listen to me. We were cooking the steak. We were not doing that. And so we're sitting at the table, and it's on a paper plate, mind you. And he throws the steak on there. And I cut into it. And I'm like,
"It's raw."
Bro. Jamie, come here. What's wrong with this? Bro, look at my plate. It's bleeding. He's like, "Oh, that's how we eat it." I was like, "That's how y'all eat it. This is not happening."
You still eat it?
Oh, no. No, bro.
Hey, I think I was just a gross thing, because as a kid, I was like, "Oh, cook it all the way. What are you doing?"
Oh, I'm a well done guy right now.
Oh, okay. Well, now never mind.
Right now.
I grew up.
Right now, Harrison. I am a well done guy. It is a thing, and it is truly cultural. Depending on the parts of the country you're raised from and the quality of meat that you were born on. So there is some cultural thing to it. If you go back in history, that slaves weren't, especially in Virginia, you weren't given fresh cuts of meat. It was usually the oldest cut of meat, and it was sometimes tinged. There was something wrong with it. So you had to cook it all the way to kill whatever bad cells, germs were in there. And that was the only way to do it. So
that makes sense.
Passed along that cook your meat, man. You go to a black cookout, that chicken's gonna be on the grill a little bit longer. Just gonna let you know, Harrison. Don't surprise yourself. Your wings are gonna be a little bit crispier. I'm just letting you know.
It's all right. If you come to ours, it won't be seasoning.
It won't be seasoned at all.
It'll be cooked right. It just won't taste much.
It's the part, right? It's the part. And God bless Becky, because Becky had to cross over and go back and forth, right? And she would when we got back together, this is literally when I knew I'm going to marry this girl, because Becky would cook. She would work a 12-hour day. I would come home from football practice or whatever it was, and she would cook, and from scratch, like a full meal, to the point where the kitchen's a mess. Well, we would eat, and it was great, and then I would go straight to the kitchen. And this, I think it's also when she decided she was going to marry me, because I went in the kitchen and I said, "You cooked, I got the cleaning." And she just sat there and she was like, "Okay, this will work. We can do this." It was the learning. And Becky Becky did it. Becky did things in crossing. Would you say meeting the bridge? Meet me in the middle of the bridge. Becky was the queen of meeting me in the bridge. That her family met me in the bridge. Like they met me in the middle. I mean, her dad's a Navy captain, and mom's a school teacher. Brother's millionaire early, married a school teacher. Brilliant folks, right? Her dad would take me to Navy games, and you're up there with some dudes, some actual dudes, right? That he's an officer and he's with the leaders, and you're just sitting there watching football, and they're leaning on me for football. But these are people who are running the planet, right? You just go, yes, sir. Whatever, and it's like, because at any moment, any one of these old dudes could have me killed and absolutely get away with it. Like, oh, okay. You act funny if you want to. We'll take care of that. But Becky would go, and I lived, a black neighborhood. And this is a historically black neighborhood. This is one, Freedman's Village, where the first freed blacks in Northern Virginia and D.C. got their freedom, acquired land, built businesses, and then Robert E. Lee took it over. And then in the war, the government took it back. And now they removed all the black folks, put them within a boundaried area in this neighborhood outside of D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, next to the Pentagon. Freedman's Village is now Arlington Cemetery. It used to be a black community.
No way.
Yeah, and
I don't know the cemetery because it's a popular one.
Well,
That's why
it's America's cemetery.
Yeah.
But it was it had been gone down. There was several people, several white business owners who said, we need to do something for these black folks. Let's sell them property. And they built houses and businesses and schools and the whole thing. And there were 3 different spaces. Dulles Airport was also a black community. They took it over and built Dulles Airport. Dulles as a town. Dulles did not exist. It wasn't Dulles. They took it over and called it Dulles. But Becky would come to my neighborhood and sit on my front porch. So here's this blonde-haired girl in this black neighborhood sitting on the front porch with my mom, waiting for me to get done playing softball or get dressed after playing football or whatever it was. And my neighbors were like, okay, that's a cool girl. That's a very cool girl. Did they TP your house when you were in high school? Did they do that? It
was the thing that people do once in a blue moon, but no.
So
I don't remember ever having mine or partaking in it.
So as a star player at a predominantly white school, my then girlfriend, it was her task to TP my house. So she had to go to a black neighborhood, which wasn't safe.
Oh, she's got to be terrified. Just
at night.
Her not comfort zone.
At night.
Yeah.
When everybody's asleep, driving into a black neighborhood where this sort of thing had not happened. And her 8 friends, they're having a party. Throwing toilet paper in the tree and over the house and, Well, there are people who were like, y'all probably should get out of here.
Did they know the area at all? Or was
They
that
knew
the first
that
time
this was
down there?
But it was the first time there, right?
Okay.
Because they had no reason to be in my neighborhood.
Right.
I lived on the other side of the county. So, but they knew where I lived because she was dating me. So
and it was her task. Go TP
it was her task.
spot. Okay.
So she decorated my locker, put candy in all the locker, cakes, cookies, pies, the whole shebang. But her and her 8 friends from the pep club, they got to TP the house of the star running back. And they did. Well, the neighbors were like, what's the deal? And my mom came out. They woke her up. They called the house. Hey, girl, some white folks doing stuff to your house.
Mm-hmm.
She comes out. I slept in the basement. And she said, Derek, I need you to wake up. Went upstairs. I said, oh, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is a good thing. Well, the moment I said it's a good thing, now it's a neighborhood party. So now there's like 30 people helping the 8 white girls TP my house.
How's your mom doing?
My mom's loving it. Like she's
okay. She's
the belle of the ball now.
All right.
Until the following morning, when everybody sees it, and she realizes somebody's got to clean up 100 rolls of toilet paper hanging on trees and on your house. So she's like, tell your girlfriend she need to grab her friends to come on back down here and to clean up this yard. But then it became the thing. So any big game for the next 2 years, they would come TP my house and the whole neighborhood participated. And it was like they would bring the girls cookies and brownies. So all these black moms in the neighborhood were bringing the girls like, oh, y'all are coming to TP the house. They would make drinks for them. They'd make Kool-Aid. Like it was a whole thing. But it's meeting on the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have to meet people so that you get to know people. Like, and go back to your space, and you tell people, hey, it's cool to go to Derek's neighborhood. It's cool to have him at your neighborhood. Because her mom was very welcoming of me. I mean, she trusted me. A part of my friendship with Sandra Bullock was that her mom trusted me. That her mom knew that, okay, Sandy went to a party with me, she was going to get home safe. Now, there was some culture to that, right? That nobody go mess with DP, but they were. And if things were troubled, because there were folks who didn't want the black dude at the party. And so my best friend would go into the party and say, okay, Derek's here. Is it okay for him to come in? And sometimes the answer was no. Sometimes the answer was no, that dude can't be here.
What was your reaction? Just like, whatever, I don't care. Did it bother you very much? Or?
Think Remember the Titans. Think Remember the Titans, and the scenes where you just go, man, that's dumb, but okay.
Just
right?
kind of over it at that point.
Well,
it's not gonna...
because I was pulled from an all-black school, all-black neighborhood at age 9, age 8, and sent across town on a bus to an all-white school where they picketed me. The very first day of school, they picketed me. Like me and my 12 friends, they picketed us. There were parents who were like calling us names, and they didn't want us there.
That'd be the hardest part when you have other adults. Because as a kid, it'd be a little bit.
Well, I mean, and I put it in my book. I literally told the story the first day of school that the police had to walk on the bus to walk me into the school. So again, when I tell you, Remember the Titans was set in 1971. Alexandria, Virginia. I'm in Arlington, Virginia. Literally the same thing that's happening there is happening with me, except for they were in high school. They were a little bit more fully formed. I was in elementary school. And when you go through this thing, right, that what are these people mad about?
That's the Forrest Gump scene too, right?
Yeah.
If you're okay.
Yeah, like going to school. Like why are you mad at me going to school here?
They're all mad at Forrest for handing the girl who dropped her book back.
Right. Like and there were parents. There were parents who told. So again, it was when I talk about the thirds, right? A third of the people are like, you better be friends with that black kid. Third of the parents, you better not be friends with that black kid. And then there's a third in the middle that said, well, let's just see. Let's see if we like the kid.
Yeah, if he's a good kid,
see if he's
hang
a good
out
kid.
with him. If he's a bad kid, don't hang out.
Right. Like,
and that's a totally fair answer.
Right. It's a fair thing. So again, all the way down the rabbit hole, but that's what late nights are for. We'll go to break. We'll come back. We'll recap the sports side of it. We'll talk more about the weird foods we ate because, quite frankly, Harrison is going to have homework of food that he needs to find. And then I need to confirm with you the story that I told the other night about Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody found that clip.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got all the proof.
Right? Somebody found that clip. We'll talk about that when we come back.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
We've been hunting these fields north of Kearney since high school. My buddy Ryan has always been my wingman, the life of the party. But I saw a change, and he got really down. Talked about his life being worthless.
If you know someone who's struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, taking care of friends and neighbors. It's what we do in Nebraska. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
In Nebraska, we show up when friends need help. We check in on our neighbors. That's why it's important to know the warning signs of suicide. If you have a friend or neighbor who's withdrawn, stressed, agitated, or talks about suicide, find out how you can help. Call, text, or chat 988 for 24/7 support. You have the power to save a life. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
A Shiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take, but it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Men in Nebraska can be set in their ways, but they can also be quick to change their minds. Just 10 minutes can be enough to step back and rethink the life-ending decision of suicide. If you have a friend or family member who's struggling with depression, Talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Taking Harrison back in the day. Introduced him. So you then understand that they're good people, right? I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate. I'm very lucky. Thunder Knock Collins says, yeah, free TP for the year. Yeah, it was because they would do 5 games a year for football and TP the house. Yeah. He says, now this is the late night conversation that I didn't know that I needed. I never had grits until I went to basic training. After basic, I went to a breakfast joint that served real grits and it blew my mind. Yeah, grits.
That's the one that looks disgusting. What is grits?
Oh,
like shrimp and grits. I sound stupid. I generally don't know what grits are.
You need to go and find a place here that makes a really good shrimp and grits.
Is there a good? This is my problem. I love seafood in the Midwest. It's tough to take advantage of.
Tough.
Mercados. They got good shrimp.
I would
think
grits? It's so good. So grits is an oat. So you have to think, what's the Joe Pesci, My Cousin Vinny, where he plays the. You didn't watch My Cousin Vinny? I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you.
I'll show you what we did if you're ever around Harrington, which will be never. I'll show you what we do around there.
So in the movie, as a part of this, one of the witnesses was saying that he noticed the getaway car because he was looking out his window. And they said, well, why were you looking out your window, your kitchen window? He says, I was making grits. And they proceeded to ask him questions about the grits, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Joe Pesci in his New York accent said, well, he's from New York. Well, what's a grit? What's a grit? And then the judge goes, excuse me, did you just ask what's a grit? And every great Southerner would tell you what a grit is and what the right way to make it. And then there's a whole process to cooking grits properly. The real debate in the world is what you serve with your grits.
Really?
There are pockets of this country that if you put sugar in your grits, they will fight you. They will throw hands. There are people that if you put butter in your grits, it's the only acceptable thing, and they will fight you if you don't. Then in the movie, the scene is, well, that's a long time for you to be looking out the window. And he said a thing that, well, yeah, it was 6 or 7 minutes. And they said, well, no self-respecting Southerner would not know that it takes grits X number of minutes to make. So maybe your story doesn't work.
They got him on the grits.
Right. They got him on the grits.
Properly cooked.
Any self-respecting Southerner knows how long it takes.
Still don't know what a grit is. What are you eating?
So it is a
Just looks
grain.
like a yellow.
So in the full, it is a ground dried corn porridge. So oatmeal and its distant cousin grits. Now you can have different types of oatmeal porridge grits, and they all have different consistencies, different water temperatures required, different duration of, and if you're doing true grits, they will tell you they're cooked by boiling. Some people will say, don't use the processed dried field corn. But there's hominy grits, which is middle America corn grits. Then there's a southern version of it that is more oat and corn mixture, white or yellow. But truly it is a Native American maize corn grinded
porridge type deal.
Porridge.
Yeah.
And people will fight you over
I don't think I think.
But you're from Nebraska, so the fact that you haven't had grits scares me a little bit.
I don't know a lot of people that have grits. I could be totally wrong. 402-464-5685. But yeah, who in the world's eating? I've never ran into a family when I was hanging over at their place where they were serving grits with anything.
Dan is you're hitting my heart. He said, DP, let's go with the grilled Velveeta and bologna sandwich. Now, are you a bologna person?
Yeah, I'll eat bologna.
How do you make your bologna?
Usually pretty easy. 2 slices of bread. The ones I get, I don't know if you get this, just like the clear circles. Yeah, just slap 2 of those, and then depending on what I got.
Do you get the roll of bologna where you slice it yourself, or you want pre-sliced bologna?
I usually just grab the pre-sliced.
So you've never sliced it and peeled the red?
We've gotten bologna, but it's like the Link sausage bologna, not like the slicer into a sandwich. Otherwise, I've just had like
Harrison.
the pre-sliced sandwich.
Oh, Harrison. Dan, what are we going to do?
I say it all the time. I got
fried bologna. So you've never had a fried bologna sandwich?
No, negative.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm
sorry.
If I go too far into people,
black skillet.
Uh-huh.
Your grandmother's black skillet. Clear, fully heated. Get 3 slices of bologna. 2 at a minimum, but 3. Cut. Make small, thin cuts.
Mm-hmm.
3 are ideal. If you only do 2, the bologna will heat and bubble. It will literally rise on its edges. The middle will elevate off the pan. So you have to make 3 cuts. 2 cuts, bubble. No cut, bubble. 3 cuts, stay flat. And it will allow you to cook it to a crispness, almost black. And it's not burnt. Flip it. Same. Velveeta squared cheese. The squared block of Velveeta cheese.
I got the Velveeta square block cheese.
The block of cheese, right? Don't get pre-sliced.
Yeah,
don't
just the
do that.
block.
Get the block. Again, long roll of bologna, slice. Long block of Velveeta.
Cheese grater.
Slice. No, sir. No, sir.
We said blocks. So
No,
maybe we're
sir.
not doing slices
No,
here.
sir.
All right.
Slice on the second side of the bologna. Now, mustard. Do not mayo. Mustard.
Mustard and bologna.
Sir, we will have we will
When was
not.
the last time you made that, by the way?
Oh, jeez.
You
6 months ago?
Okay. I was worried you're going to say, like, I remember that when I was in high school.
No, when I was a kid, this was the jam. This was the jammy jam.
You know better than
This
your own
was
DNA.
the jam.
Yeah.
This was the jam. I'm just telling you, fried bologna sandwiches was the jam. You listen. You would sing and dance while you ate this thing.
I was almost there. You put the mustard on the damn thing.
Oh, you want to put mustard?
When I get a hot dog, you put mustard on it, ketchup, relish, whole thing.
Mustard.
Ketchup.
No, sir. Listen. Listen to me. You are a Chicago sports fan. What you just said is unacceptable.
Yeah, that part.
It is unacceptable what you just said because, so from the captains of the Midway, the most recent ambassador of this is your own Brian Urlacher, your Hall of Fame middle linebacker. And he says, and he recorded, and it says, your Wrigley dog only accepts mustard because this is Chicago and ketchup is for kids.
It really is so much sugar in ketchup, but you know what? All right, we can go. I got a raccoon.
We're gonna go to break.
So.
We're gonna go to break. I need to recover from you. These late nights are just gonna be a whole interesting thing, man. Harrison. Oh man,
You're gonna learn too much and think about
yeah.
moving me somewhere else in the company and be like, you know what? He wasn't doing that great of a job at night.
He wasn't who I thought he was. He wasn't who I thought he was. We'll throw the break. We'll close out 101. I'll free Harrison up for the night.
They're too young to vape.
E-cigarettes are the most used tobacco products among youth. They know vaping is dangerous, don't they? The majority of youth who vape use flavored products, the kind designed to seem harmless.
If they were vaping, I'd be able to tell.
Many vapes are small, discreet, and resemble everyday items. Don't avoid the conversation. Talk to your kids about vaping. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
They're too young to vape.
E-cigarettes are the most used tobacco products among youth. They know vaping is dangerous, don't they? The majority of youth who vape use flavored products, the kind designed to seem harmless.
If they were vaping, I'd be able to tell.
Many vapes are small, discreet, and resemble everyday items. Don't avoid the conversation. Talk to your kids about vaping. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, Harrison. David Fullerton says this. He says, listen, mac and cheese in a box with the powdered cheese. So back then you got this Kraft. Now,
I think it's still the same
Kraft
today.
was the jam,
Uh-huh.
but you would get the generic. Imagine 5 boxes of mac and cheese for $1. 5 for $1. We ate mac and cheese on a regular basis. Like it was. Listen,
Got your carbs today?
Hey,
I
man.
think so.
Oh,
I think I
did.
did.
But the powdered. So then, if you were bougie, you would put milk. So the cheese came in a powder pack.
Yeah, I remember this. That's still how it operates today. It's
Oh,
just like
no!
pure steroid. I think you get Kraft mac and cheese and that's powder.
No, you get the aluminum package with the melted cheese in the packet. You do not use powdered cheese on your mac and cheese. Don't. No.
I think it exists though.
Oh, dear heavens,
When I was
man.
growing up, I think people were still doing that.
Oh, he goes, better times. 19 cents. He says, yeah, 19 cents. Back in the 80s, 19 cents a box.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, 5, about 20 cents a pop.
Bruh.
5 right there.
Bruh, when you were poor, when you first got out of college, the meals were as many of these things that you could do. You were spending $3 or $4 a day. You could get a case of sodas for 99 cents. You could get 24 sodas, but the generic kind for 99 cents. You could get
That's a hell of a deal.
You could get a case of the branded soda for $1.99.
Give me something that's been discontinued that needs to come back from your era.
Well, something needs to come back.
Yeah, I'm just genuinely curious.
I'm telling you, if Murray Steaks ever came back, I'd be an owner. I'd be an owner. It wouldn't work here in Nebraska because you have farms.
I was gonna say
you have farms, but you could get a 12-pack of frozen steak for $4.99.
If you ever leave the ticket randomly, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for Murray
Look
Steaks.
for Murray Steak
Like,
anywhere in the country.
I knew that's
Hey,
what it
look,
is.
you're not going to know I hit the lottery, but there will be signs. There will be signs, and there.
And then keep it- Murray Steaks will be back on the shelf.
Oh, listen, I will open one right across the street.
Just for the
Right
ticket.
across the street. Murray Steak. What? Just for grins and giggles, I asked Becky about Murray Steaks because it was
so she would know about the Murray Steaks
for $30. You could feed a whole barbecue. Like you could feed 20 people 3 times for $30.
Incredible value.
Oh, so good. And it wasn't, I'm not sure what kind of meat it was. I'm not sure I don't know what it said. It was hamburgers. I don't know.
It ate. You guys are alive.
I don't know because you got 16 of them for $2. Like you got 16 hamburgers for $2. Like
you know, but
I don't know what kind of meat it was.
It's meat.
I don't know. It had a box of 8 ribeyes that you get for $4. I don't know what kind. I don't know.
A meat. That's all you need to know. A meat.
It just said meat. Like I don't know what it was, but it's like the Mercado, but only for poor people. And it was a line, bro. You could go to this thing. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. But so I got the text. I told Harrison the story about going to Demolition Man, the premiere. That there were 2. There was one in Hollywood and there was one in Louisville, Kentucky. And that they imploded a building. Like that was the whole point. They found a building that was going to go down, Demolition Man. They put the demolition logo on it and they blew it up. And somebody told the story and somebody went online and they researched this because, they wanted to call me a liar, right? They really wanted to call me a liar. Like, yeah, you went to a movie premiere at Sandra Bullock's day. Yeah, sure.
I wanted to believe you were lying to me.
Right.
I was like, that's not fair. You don't
like
just
a great
go
story.
pull up
Because it's
do
a great story,
Yeah.
right? You're hanging out with Sylvester Stallone,
One of my
Wesley Snipes, Sandra
heroes,
Bullock,
yeah.
right? Like it's the thing. But there in the video, it is what one of the local newspapers was telling the story. Hey, Hollywood has come to Louisville. They're going to blow up this building. Here's the movie. Go see Demolition Man. And they're interviewing Wesley Snipes away from where the demolition is happening. The implosion is happening. And behind Wesley Snipes, Sandy walks by like we're going to the limo. We'll go into the limos. Sandy, her agent, Bridget Walsh, and it's her, because they're stars, but she has to wave her date through. Hey, let the black guy through.
He's with them.
Let him. He's with us.
Mm-hmm.
He's okay. And there on the video is literally Sandy going, let's go. Can we get in the limo, please? So I sent Harrison the video so he could see.
It's true.
He could actually see it. It's pretty funny. Along the way.
At least it was, what? I will say the positive of that. That also means that Sylvester Stallone, actually the cool guy. If that story's true, that also means
he's
cool guy.
He's again, they allowed me to go escort them to the DC opening of Planet Hollywood in DC. Literally, we left from there to get on their private plane. Again, very cool story of flying from Louisville to DC with Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes. Woody Harrelson was also there, Demi Moore, on the plane.
Woody Harrelson was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, young Woody.
Is he cool?
Oh, Woody's
I was gonna say he's gonna be a good hang.
Woody's the best. Woody's the best. As they currently stand, the Royals are 2.5 back in the wild card, but the Rangers are only a game back, and you're gonna have to climb over the Rangers to get to the Mariners. So,
Mariners win or lose today?
The Mariners.
They didn't play.
Let's see. Texas is currently losing in the 8th inning. Mariners lost
5-6.
6-5. So, all right, Harrison, we'll do it again tomorrow.
I'll learn out.
Yes,
I'll learn
sir.
some more stuff, I
Yes,
should say.
Yeah,
That's always given at this point.
It's always there.
All right. Appreciate you guys listening. We'll play replay for you guys. So don't go anywhere. You can watch it on the streams. You can listen to it, Ticket app, wherever you get that stuff. But I'm going to get behind there. So it's the last time you'll hear my voice. Until again, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Appreciate you guys listening. 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows
it's dangerous. 5.4